Magandang araw mga kabayan. Ito po muli si Engineer Alejandro, isang OFW, ang inyong stock tambay. Muli handang magbahagi ng kwentong kalakal at kuro-kuro mula sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Kung bago ka pa lamang sa akin channel, huwag kalimutan mag-like, subscribe, share, at pindutin ang notification bell para updated ka sa bagong videos na aking i-upload. And we're here again for the OFW Average Trader PSE Weekly Performance Review. We're very happy to be here again to share the latest happening in the Philippine Stock Exchange. But before diving in, I would like to send our heartfelt gratitude to the regular viewers of this channel. We thank you for continuously supporting us. In return, we will do our very best to give and share with you the most relevant information and signals to properly interpret the market using the chart or technical analysis. So let's get started with the PSEI index. The market opened at 6,042. 1 point further down and closed at 5,997. That gave us a red bearish candle on a Monday. Then on Tuesday, the market opened lower at 5,991 and closed even lower at 5,953. That gave us another red bearish candle with a little push above the previous support level. Come Wednesday, the market opened at 5,953 and closed significantly higher at 6,026. That gave us a perfect green engulfing candle signal. Then on Thursday, the market continued to show a bit of optimism by opening at 6,025 and closed higher at 6,039. That gave us another green neutral candle. And finally, on a Friday, the market gapped up, which opened at 6,063 and closed even higher at 6,108. That gave us a green bullish candle. Overall, the market continued its bearish sentiment at the beginning of the week for 2 consecutive days, but appeared to have finally reached its previous support area and managed to hold its ground above 5,950 and pushed up for the remaining days of the week, going beyond the 6,093 nearest resistance level. Now, let us proceed to our individual stocks, where the first on the line is Ayala Land. In spite of the company's consistent share buyback for the entire week, Ayala Land stock continued to go lower beyond 25 level. The price is currently at 24 level, which happens to be its previous strong support area, where breakaway happened at this point 3 months ago. Though it appears to pause a bit at 24 level, the moving averages and MACD are still in their negative form. We will continue to monitor if the price manages to hold its ground and stay above the current support area up until we see it shift its movement to consolidation phase. Now moving to our next stock under the banking sector, where we have BDO. Due to the absence of any significant news report this week, BDO stock continued to get pushed below by the moving averages. Majority of its movement this week remains bearish as negative sentiment persists, while MACD stays below the zero or negative zone. We will keep an eye on this stock on the coming weeks until it finally shows shift of sentiment. Now going to our next stock, where we have Converge. Even without any significant news report this week, the stock continued to move sideways, most likely further confirms its consolidation phase above the current support area at 10.98 level. While waiting for the confirmation of shift of signals from negative to positive formation, we can start evaluating whether it is already good to slowly enter a position at this point before it completely reached the end of its consolidation phase. Now moving forward to our next stock, where we have Jollibee. Despite of the absence of any significant news report for a month now, the stock appeared to pause last week and bounce at the current support area at 212 level. The slowly show of inclination with a big bullish candle at the closing of the week indicates an attempt to shift sentiment, while moving average starts to slowly shift trajectory into upward direction. We will continue monitoring this stock until we finally confirm a shift in sentiment. Now going back to our banking sector, where we have Metrobank. Even in the absence of any positive news report this week, the stock price appeared to confirm its pause 4 weeks ago at previous support level at 68. The pullback and staying above the current support area is an indication of the normal consolidation phase it is currently undergoing. The formation of the moving averages and MACD started to shift trajectory into positive direction is a confirmation itself of a shift in trend. Now moving to our next stock, where we have JGS. Though the stock continued its movement even without any significant news report up until this week, JG Summit Holdings appeared to keep trying to hold its ground above 22.75 level and currently moving on a sideways direction. Should the market show optimism on the following weeks, a chance to get back above the moving averages will prove it is still intact to upward trend, with the concurrence of MACD shift of trajectory to a positive direction or positive zone. Now jumping back to our property sector where we have SMPH. With the consistent share buyback executed almost the entire week, the stock price appeared to keep trying to hold its ground above the current support level at 22.6. A not so optimistic sentiment the stock is experiencing right now is probably due to dominant negative outlook from investors to enter or maintain its position. Adding up to this negative sentiment are the moving averages and MACD trajectory hovering to negative direction and below zero level. Now continuing to the same sector where we have MakerWorld. Equalizing the declining movement last week, the company's consistent share buyback program executed this week somehow managed to ease the stock's downward momentum and temporarily made it go back to the previous support area at 2.03. We will have to keep an eye on its move next week for a make or break position where it will manage to establish its support level. And last but not the least, let us now go to our focus on stock where we have Ayala Corporation. In spite of the announcement of investment agreement with Spinis, a premium supermarket retailer in the Middle East, AC's mobility transition of dealership network to focus on sustainable and electrified mobility in the Philippines, and the 3 million shares executed share buyback program this week. Ayala Corporation appeared to go lower further for 2 consecutive days from the opening of this week, but probably because of the share buyback executed in the middle of the week, the price was able to manage to close slightly above the 480 level. The push caused by the share buyback has enabled the price to open higher on the next day, with the news report serving as a catalyst to start building investors' confidence that was apparently extended up to the end of the week at the market closing. With the combination of least bearish, least bullish, and a short normal bullish candle consecutively led out up to the end of this week, which is currently a bit inconclusive. We just have to be more patient and keep an eye on its move next week to see if this impending shift of sentiment to positive side will materialize. The confluence of moving averages and MACD will provide additional signals to confirm its next move. With the conventional movement of our focus on stock, we will continue to monitor and analyze Ayala Corporation movement to determine the correct timing of a possible entry or position in either a short to medium term. And that is all we have for this week. In case there is a stock you want us to discuss on our review next week, you may send a message or comment in this channel with a domain name OFW Average Trader. You may also choose to reach out by sending me an email at engineeralejandromagno@gmail.com, or you can also send a message in my Twitter account or send a direct message in my Facebook page named Engineer Alejandro Magno. Take the opportunity while it's offered free. There is no secret to success, we just have to keep going and work harder. We will only lose a battle the moment we stop trying and believing. Before we finally end this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this channel to your friends, family, colleague, and fellow OFWs currently looking for a passive income. This might help to share the gift and opportunity to be financially literate. It might also help them secure their future and save their hard-earned money from price inflation. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thank you for keep supporting this channel. Have a nice day and see you all on my next video. Ciao!